Well, holy some monkeys, guys. Put your kids to bed, hide your eyes, because today EA got caught with their pants down. We have a massive plot twist. This plot twist is huge, huger. That's not even a word, but let me just emphasize this real quick. It's huger than Johnny Sins plot twist that we see in his movies. We also got PlayStation out here. They're making it so you gotta pay to kick players in the game, which is absolute. Xbox boss seems a little bit worried because apparently the gaming industry, according to him, is kind of going downhill. We're gonna talk about it. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and here's a picture of a kangaroo that can send you straight to Slushy Field 2077. And speaking of Slushy Field 2077, this gotta be Slushy's lost brother, because apparently War Thunder fan says that the tank is inaccurate, and you might be like, okay, well, who cares, right? He ended up leaking the classified military documents to prove it. Listen here, I totally understand that the tank was inaccurate. You needed to prove to the homies, because people, they do not believe you nowadays. You're like, okay, that is inaccurate, and the other person are like, yo, you're just capping, that is not true. This gotta be Slushy's lost brother. I mean, who leaks classified military documents to prove the fact that it was actually a fake tank? I just cannot comprehend it. We're living in the end times. Homo sapiens have totally peaked. Slushy, if you're around, man, I'm pretty certain that he's not gonna believe into this story either. But let me know what you think, man. Call of Duty Black Ops remains the best-selling game of 2021 in the US, and is also best-selling game of the last 12 months. Period. It beat the Modern Warfare 2019 as well. And the only where Black Ops came at number 2 was in the month of June, where Ratchet and Clank beat, and obviously Ratchet and Clank is a new game. I do know that a lot of your cap meters will be kind of blowing up right now, and if you don't have a cap meter, smash the like button and we'll send you a cap meter. Just let me know in the comments below. It's free of charge. We're gonna send you a cap meter that you can actually use to detect cap. But even my cap meter is kind of going off the charts right now. But I mean, this is not cap, guys. This is apparently coming in from the NPD group, and they're not gonna cap to the public out here. But you wanna know what? The homie Cronies was spotted in the 6th doing helicopters with his woo. And we also have a man who was like, hey, this is clearly a paid tweet. Edward out here dropping salt and pepper on the Battlefield fans. Homies are like, yeah, Black Ops is trash. And I do know for the fact that Blame Truth, he's making videos after videos. He's frustrated because obviously he cannot find Joe Seacott. He's looking to suplex Joe Seacott. I mean, not literally, but that's kind of like what he wanna do. That's what he says in his videos, right? And surely everybody's like, yeah, Black Ops is trash, but the numbers don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. The numbers are saying that this game is the best game. First of all, shout out to the homie for adding me in the situation. New Sony patent would allow viewers watching on streaming platforms like Twitch to kick players from the game by paying money. We actually have a full-blown report, and surely our astronauts and our scientists did put together this full-blown report in an article form, because surely when you look at that, you'll be like, yo, ain't nobody got time for that. Sony wants spectators to kick toxic streamers, players, by paying money, and I'm like, get the F out of here, Sony. Nothing can go wrong, right? There are a lot of oil prints around. There are a lot of people that are making more money than God right now. There are people seeing money coming in like tsunami. Like, what about that? If they see somebody wilding on the streets, and let's say it's Slushy, right? Let me throw Slushy under the bus real quick. What if Slushy is in the game? What if Slushy is saying, yo, Call of Duty is the worst game ever? To a lot of folks out here, he will be spitting facts, and to some people out there, maybe, let's say Bob, he disagrees big time with Slushy, but he also sees money coming in like tsunami. So can he pay to the Sony servers, to the Sony Pony gang out there, and kick this guy out? This is a recipe of disaster. I mean, Sony, I'm just putting my hands together. I understand that you want to make a monies out there, but this is not the way to make money. But just to give you a light of hope real quick, this is still a patent, so it doesn't mean that they're gonna use it. But why file it to begin with, right? It is a little bit sus, okay? And Kotaku, they got caught in 4K. They came out and they start wilding out by saying that Call of Duty director says that visiting Europe, shooting old guns was very hard work. And you can see a ton of people got mad. First of all, shout out to the homie John for adding me in the situation. People dropping stun grenades, people calling in the Moab kill streak out here, and people from Soviet Russia, they got caught dropping potatoes. TBH only, they understand the value of grenades because grenades are more valuable than people. That's what they say. They put up a full-blown article. They say that a veteran of the industry has... The homie Cory Barlog was caught spitting facts in the entire situation. Says that it really seems like that the message of this article is you are not
really doing game dev right unless you are overworked and miserable, bro?
Now listen here, Kotaku, even I didn't like Call of Duty WW2 that much in the beginning. Now it's kind of like a poggers game. It doesn't have skill-based matchmaking, so it kind of feels fresh to go back to it once in a while. But listen here, man, do you want this man to go to Pluto? Is that when you're gonna consider hard work? Because Mo went to Europe, like he was away from his family, he was holding up those big boys in his hands. Those are a couple of pounders. We're not talking about modern day weapons. We're talking about like WW2 boomer warfare. We're talking about babushka this, that wasn't that very good, my friend. We're talking about like old weaponries. Those are a couple of pounders. You would need 10 of your employees to hold up one weapon that Glenn Schofield was holding. Just stop, my man. He was burning calories. Meanwhile, you're on the keyboard. You're like, this is hard work. This is hard work. Just give him a dog. Xbox boss, or I should say the Xbox boss, is worried that gaming is losing its history. So Phill Spencer is now calling for an industry-wide initiative to preserve older video games. What a guy, right? Like, I kind of wish that Jim Ryan was also doing that, because of course Phill Spencer is now calling for forces. He's like, we gotta save gaming. And to be honest, man, as somebody who still got his fat PS3 around, I wish I could sell this boy. I know it's a precious boy. Smash the like button for this precious boy. I really wish I could sell this man, because I really wanna be only having one Sony Pony device that could play all my games. But surely Jim Ryan, he's out there doing helicopters with his Willy. He's like, well, the older games are made. And that's the only thing that I just don't like about the homie Jim Ryan. Otherwise, the man is pretty good, you know. He recently came out and said that he enjoyed playing Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which is kind of shocking, which is kind of, I mean, I was kind of shaking listening to that situation, okay? But Microsoft's head of gaming has said that he's worried about the state of video game preservation and called for all platform holders to come together to figure out a way to safeguard the industry history. You know what? I gotta clap up for this man here, man. Sony Pony or Xbox or Soulja Boy 10, we gotta come together as one and we gotta save the gaming, okay? Speaking of saving the gaming, the Steam Deck is already being scalped. And obviously this is not a shocker. Like, I'm not out here falling out of my chair, because obviously you got the Canadians out here, and you must have heard that Canadians are more nicer than US people, and it kind of shows out here. You can see that a Canadian put the Steam Deck for $1,000 and the 512 gigs for $1,500. The guy from the States was listing it for 2.5 to 3. Well, looks like that Christmas and Eid came early for these folks out here. Of course, there has been like countless situations where we heard that a guy that was scalping the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X, became a millionaire. And once again, it's looking kind of bad, okay? IGN is reporting that hackers have begun to distribute data obtained by hacking EA, including FIFA and Frostbite engine source code. But EA says that it's not concerned. And everybody started celebrating the situation. People doing helicopters with their willies. The homie came out, says that please somehow end EA and be heroes. People are calling this like, yo, just end it. And I'm like, here guys, listen, Battlefield runs on the Frostbite engine as well. This is not the way, okay? Now I totally understand that people want to gang EA, because a lot of people did get ganked by EA. I totally get that, but this is not the way, chief. Apparently Vice reported on this development. They said that after the hackers left a message, and you gotta understand that back in June, hackers stole 780 gigabytes of data from EA, including the source code of FIFA 21 and the Frostbite engine, on which Battlefield is gonna be running on, okay? So this is massive. And after the hackers left a message on a forum about their plans, apparently the hackers had originally tried to sell the data, but have now decided to try and extort EA for some ransom money. So everybody loves money. And this is what the hackers said. A few weeks ago, we sent emails for ransom to EA, but we didn't get any response. So we will be posting the source code. This is followed by a clear threat to keep sharing the data if EA do not respond. If they do not contact us or don't pay us, we will keep posting it. So far, the hackers have leaked about 1.3 gigabytes of data of information on the internal EA files relating to development tools and EA's Origin store. And EA right now is kind of bluffing. Is like, nobody's gonna touch us, but surely they're working with the law, they're working with the popo out here. I really hope like this does not touch Battlefield. But source code is the soul of the app. It's it's literally everything. I mean, you remember what happened to Cyberpunk, right? I don't want to see Battlefield turning out to be Cyberfield 2077. Be cautiously optimistic, and I'm putting my hands together to the hackers. Leak everything, maybe even leak the blue balls that some of the EA executives got by actually hearing the fact that fans are not supporting the surprise mechanics. We do not want to see Surprise Field 2077 this time. But check out this video on the screen, hit the subscribe bell so I can interrupt you every time you're about to score on your crush. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.